Alright, so a couple of weeks ago, we got our first Marvel project of 2024. This one is Marvel's Echo. It's actually a show I was really looking forward to. It follows the character of Maya Lopez that we got introduced to in Hawkeye, and gives her kind of her own show. I thought the trailers looked great. It was bringing in Daredevil. Kingpin was going to be the main villain. It was only 5 episodes, so it kind of worried me, but I was so excited for this. Did it work? I'm pretty sure you can tell by the title that it did not, but I'm going to tell you why it did not work for me. Oh, you guys go down below and tell me, did it work for you? Is this your type of show? Did you enjoy it? I want to know all that down below and more. And with that said, let's get into what I think worked about Echo. Because in everything, I think there's something that works and something that doesn't. And the main thing that works here is that specifically in episodes 1 and 3, the action sequences are pretty awesome. We get the one action sequence in the beginning, which is like a 9-minute. It was kind of a oneer. I think it was done pretty good. To where Maya Lopez fighting all these other guys, and then Daredevil comes in and she has a hand-to-hand combat. And that's what I came here for. I was like, whoa, this is the type of action I want. I'm loving this. And then in episode 3, we got an action sequence in the roller rink, which I thought was absolutely phenomenal as well. I thought it looked great. The choreograph was awesome. It was brutal. All that is stuff that I came to the show for. This action, all of that. That's the type of stuff I came for. Also, we get kind of like a nice undertone with Maya's heritage, where I thought the first 3 episodes kind of didn't match in. But in episode 4 and 5, as we start to learn more about Maya's past and how she gets powers in here, it started to feel less like a kind of lazy way to, yeah, she's got powers and she can kick butt now. And more like a way, oh, okay, yeah, it fits in there. Kind of an emotional undertone there. There was also, in the 5th episode, a couple of emotional beats with Maya and her mother that I thought really worked. And overall, I liked how smaller pace this was. It wasn't like a big end-of-the-world thing. It's about Maya and her family, and it was kind of nice to sit down and watch that for a change. There were so many things that I enjoyed about that left me like, I think Marvel should go more in this direction. It was TVMA. It's mature, kind of. It could have done more mature, but it was more mature, and it was kind of a nice change of pace. It wasn't like the same thing we've seen a billion times before. With that said, this is, I think for Marvel, one of the most wasted things that they've ever made. There's so much potential in the show, stuff that I just mentioned, that could make for a fantastic show. And they just kind of butchered it. Starting off, there's 5 episodes. That's it. There is only 5 episodes. And how are you going to pace between 5 episodes? Well, the first episode, you got Maya, and I thought it was pretty good. It was an introduction. People are complaining that they wasted a whole episode going, like, previously on. I thought it did pretty good. I thought that episode was pretty good. We got that episode. And then, like, the second episode was she goes on a train and then puts a bomb on and blows up a building, and that's about it. 40 minutes. The moment that episode ended, I looked over to my dad, who was watching with me, and I said, is that it? Is that all that episode had to offer? Because it felt like, for a show that only has 3 more episodes left, should have offered more. Of course, episode 3 had the roller rink episode, and I thought that was really good. Episodes 1 and 3, I think, were really good. And then episode 4 is just kind of a bunch of talking, getting that. And episode 5 is the finale, which was really rushed in the end. 5 episodes. I feel like, I don't know if this is what happened, but I feel like the people wanted to make the Echo show. They said, I got a great idea for this show. It's going to be really good. And people in Marvel Studios says, who's going to watch it anyways? Who's going to watch a show about a side character from Marvel, from Hawkeye? And they said, yeah, you get 5 episodes, do whatever you want. And it feels like they tried to do their best. But in the end, the creators of the show had to do another rushed finale. Because it feels like there's so many things they wanted to do here that really worked. The action was great. The Indian heritage and all that stuff was great stuff. The way in the finale that they take down Kingpin, I thought that was really good. Going and making him confront his past. That's something that's really good. But the rest of it's just so rushed. Like the first half of the finale, I said to myself, this is going to be the best Marvel finale. This is great. But the way it all wraps up is just like something that does real quick in 5 minutes. Let's recap the events of the finale, shall we? Okay, so we got a guy with a bazooka on top of a bus. He's going to blow up the whole thing. We got a bunch of people in vans with guns that are going to go in. We got the people that kidnapped Maya's family inside the building with Kingpin. So Maya is going to take them down, take all of them down. So starting with the guy with the bazooka, we just had one of the guys, my favorite character, pull out a gun, point at him. The guy who's holding a bazooka could just hit the trigger. He does his job right. But no, the guy's just like, bam, you're dead. That's it. Biscuit just takes a monster truck. He was just kind of a useless side character. I wasn't the biggest fan of him. But Biscuit just takes a monster truck and drives over the vans with people with guns in there. That's how that part ends. And then we get Maya and her family, all of a sudden, they got powers, and they take him down real quick, which is not cool at all. And then the way they take down Kingpin's really cool. But the way we get there is so rushed and forced that it just kind of made me like, come on. Are you serious? This is what we're doing here. It turned into another rushed Marvel finale, and just so much of the show felt wasted. Out of all the potential we could have had for this, it was about to be one of the best Marvel shows it could have been. But the way that they only had 5 episodes and rushed so much of it could have just bogged it down. Another thing here, Kingpin kind of starting to feel like Kang for me. Like, Kang, I don't feel like could be the big bad, because in Ant-Man Quantumania, he got defeated by ants. Which is still a sentence that blows my mind, but the big bad villain could get defeated by ants. Kingpin now has been defeated 3 times. One by a blind man, Daredevil, that's excusable. One by Hawkeye, that's excusable because he got the crap beat out of him. But now he just got touched in the head and he goes whimpering off like a little dog. Like, that's cool if it was a better show, if it executed it better. I think the concept of that is really great, and if it executed it better, it would have been so good. So people are saying Kingpin should be the main villain. I just don't feel it. I don't feel like Kingpin's the next main villain. And so just so many things felt wasted about the show. And it just sucks to where this was one of my most anticipated things of the year. And it just kind of dissipated. It's number 40 out of 45 on my MCU ranking. It's down there. It doesn't really work all that much for me. And it kind of breaks my heart to say that. My final score for it, I'm going to go C-. I don't feel like it goes in the D's. I feel like it has enough stuff that I liked, but it's just kind of a waste of potential. Speaking of most anticipated things, I'm going to go see Argyle. I'm leaving my house in 15 minutes. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that one. Next week, I'm going to have a Argyle review, and then I'm going to have a most anticipated movies of the year review coming up after that, and then something else. Oh, January movies ranked and January TV shows ranked. I don't know if I'll include them in the same video. I'll have to think about that. But thank you guys for clicking on this one. Let me know down below, what are your opinions on Marvel's Echo? Did they let you down as much as they let me down? With that said, subscribe, join the Nerd Army. Peace out.